I'm sorry to hear that. Well, then I guess I'm glad to hear that. That I'm glad to hear. And it sounds like it shouldn't, because it sounds like your interaction with his mom, like you said, kind of pacified everything. Did you get your car out, or or is it still towed? Was it because of the parking that they told you, or at their house, or you got towed from everywhere? Wow. Okay. Okay. So, see, when you tell me stuff but you leave those major details out, I don't know, I don't know what to say, how to respond to it. But okay, I hear you now. So it was at his apartment, and he doesn't live with his parents. Was that where y'all was supposed to live after y'all got married? Okay, well, hopefully they'll have the opportunity to have those discussions and hone in on it. Maybe his independence made him hesitant to share those things with him. So of course they wouldn't know if they don't know. Wow, a whole life. That's a lot. Is it for her whole class, or or she just need the 600? So you committed to it, but you didn't know that the day was coming up for you to have them now? They didn't send you no email to let you know? No, I get it. I was just wondering if they said anything, or because either way, if she knows, it seemed like she would have reminded you, knowing that it was your birthday weekend. But I was just curious how that panned out with the timeline in the school. Okay, whatever. At least this is the first one though, because some mothers don't never. But at least this is, most mothers, I guess, but at least this is the first one that it's been that bad on your actual birthday weekend. So, it still don't make it awesome, though. It still kind of messes up the whole energy of your birthday, though. So, I hate you had that experience, but I am glad there was a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel with your boyfriend's mom. And in addition to that, in addition to there being that light at the end of the tunnel, it's also ultimately a good thing that you realize what you realize, because it wouldn't wind up nicely for anybody involved if you followed through knowing that it's not something that would be ideal for you or something that you can handle. That would add more stress onto whatever layers that you have to deal with already. So that's good as well. You wouldn't be dead, but it's still a trying type of life to just tolerate something that you can't stand every single day. So that you might not be dead, but it make the life you have miserable. And then you end up taking out on people that you actually love, because they're the only ones there, especially, as the world is now. Yeah, I've seen caregivers at work. And people that love the person they're caregiver for, they have an added layer, because like I said, who do people take their frustrations out on? You know what I mean? Just like works hard. He was tired and irritable one day, then had to work on something on his own stuff after working at work. And so he had gave me this old crunched up face, or something. I had asked him or something if he was hungry or something. Gave me a crunched up face or whatever, and I was like, and he's a communicator, thank God. So he did say he was tired, kind of irritable or whatever. And so it's something else happened, and he, kind of lashed out again. But the reality is, and I know this when I'm saying this, the reality is, if, the way life has become, people are primarily just around the people they love. People ain't, I know in Texas they're back to normal. But, we're still behaving like there's still a worldwide situation going on. So it's just me and him most of the time. I'm not getting as much work as I was, and so it's just me and him most of the time. But if it is just you and a person that you love all the time, you're not ever allowed to, lash out or be frustrated. You know what I mean? You got to get it out sometime. So I went out and I told him, I wanted to communicate with him like he communicates with me. So I was like, I understand you frustrated and everything, but I basically was like, you don't have to take that out on me. And I guess I feel that way because I go out of my way when I'm going through some things, and it seemed like I won't talk. But I'd rather just people think I don't want to talk than to douse their spirit with what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? To make them miserable too. So I don't do it. But anyway, so I was like, well, you don't have to take it out on me, basically, I didn't do it to you, you don't have to take it on me. Like, I can't stand when people take stuff out on people that don't have nothing to do with them. But if all you around is people you love, who are you going to take it out on? You getting it out of your system. You know what I mean? Who are you going to take it out on? Strangers? You don't be around nobody else. You're going to have to, you're going to take the hit one time. And so, not the physical hit, but anyway. So I was like, I was basically like, you don't have to take it out on me. I didn't do it, whatever. And so he looked up and he basically said, he sounded like me. He must have got this from me. And so he was like, well, who am I going to take it? Like, who? I'm frustrated. Ain't nobody else right. That's part of your job. He didn't say that, but I'm thinking that's part of your job if you're the person that loves him. Because I started, I put myself in his shoes. I was like, well, when I'm frustrated, the only thing that saves him is the fact that I internalize. I'm an introvert. But if I wasn't an introvert, he would get the brunt of all of it. You know what I mean? And he still gets the brunt of all of it, because when I go into that mode and I don't feel like talking to nobody, then who does it feel like I'm ignoring? Him, you know? He feel like I'm not, you know, something going on and I'm not communicating with him. But that's just how I handle it. But I guess at the end of the day, the point is when you with someone that you love and they get frustrated, then, you know, y'all gonna take it out on each other sometime.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Worst case scenario, I'm glad y'all communicate, you know? It's beautiful. And she ain't gonna be the perfect kid. Because let me tell you, I don't know, unless you're not I don't know what kind of parent you are if you don't have experience where you want to choke your kids. I'm just saying it's good that you have that in those moments where you don't have, like you said, you was frustrated with her for not telling you about the plates, for not having the house clean when you got back. I'm just saying that all the good that you see in her is not going to come without some of that. So I'm saying that it's good how you can balance the two and know that makes a complete good child, you know? You done good. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, she had a detour or two, and she had it at a very impressionable time. So then I think I probably worry about it a little bit more than you, though. But I mean, I think that's natural, just to worry about the young people in your life, no matter who they are. Especially, you know, this is that world. I can't imagine people with a bunch of kids. Like it's like I heard someone say, and you don't have to be a mother to know this, that once you give birth, is like a state of constant worry for the rest of your life. Because for as long as those kids are anywhere doing anything, it's just, there's never no moment not to worry, not to be concerned. That's beautiful though, and it's really cute to see it all together. But that's like, you got like 7 different lives in doing 7 different things at 7 different times to be worried. I would do it, but we just got ground rules, and yeah, my friend, I would do it, but we would have, like I said, like I was in the middle of saying, we would have ground rules, and some of those would include things like I got free reign with the belt, you know, different things, you know, or I might not do it. The case under which I would not do it is knowing already forefront, like you said, she got bad kids. That wouldn't happen already. But I would do my best. But if they're so bad that something could happen on my watch that I don't have no control over, but it would be on my watch and my responsibility, then we would either I wouldn't, or we would have an agreement that whatever happened ain't my responsibility, or my idea of watching ain't gonna be watching them, because I can keep my eyes on. I got 2 eyes, not 7. It would just have to be some conversations. I would do it because I want to be that friend, and if they, you know, we're in a tight spot. Because I've done that for a guy that had, he had a girl and a boy, and I didn't even know he had kids, but something happened, and his baby mama, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And that's good to stay busy. But how are you working? Are you working one in the day, one at night, or one graveyard shift? Like, how are you doing that? Well, I mean, of course I don't know the details, but you just said 2 full-time jobs, so that made me, okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, let me see how she doing this, because it sounds like I could do that. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you got I'm glad you won your negotiation bid, and you got see? Okay, that's still not too bad at all, not even remotely. I was wondering how I was able to call you for the plates and have you bring them by, so now that makes sense. So that's good. So you also have the opportunity to take advantage of the new normal of more people being able to work remotely. So that is wonderful. And I think that's wonderful for humanity in general. Now, if we can only get the government to stop the different form of slavery and cut the actual work days down to 4. Because they came up with that idea too. But no, that sounds wonderful. I'm so happy for you. That is such good freaking news. He's going to be so glad to hear that. He's going to be so excited. Okay, hotels?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's nice. You like the people you work with when you do have to go in? Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it. I'm not like a huge diehard Idris fan, but I heard the movie was really good. People don't realize that he's short. He's super short. Because you were talking about how people, a lot of females are like it, which I don't blame them, but he just ain't me. But I was just saying that along with that, a lot of people think that he's a regular height and he's super short. That's all. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to the bathroom, so I muted and I had flushed it. And I was telling you what her name was. I was wondering why you ain't listening to me. I said Regina. I was like Regina King. And I'm like, he was like, what was her name? I'm like, Regina. Because I don't want to flush on the mic. Yeah, she had they probably let her do a little directing too, which would be even better. So I definitely would. Yeah, I definitely want to see this. But dang, but HBO Max. I don't have HBO Max, so I'm gonna have to wait till they release it. No, I'm looking because I looked it up. When I looked it up to find Regina King name, I see the poster and I see the writer directors. I see the cast, the stars or whatever, and then it has HBO Max in the bottom right corner. But it's just an ad to sign up for HBO Max. Well, I mean, that's it. You know, once you get half a century, it's on and popping in the booty hole. You gotta see what's good. It's time for me to have my second one, but I'm not as comfortable. I'm not comfortable with doctors right now.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys not doing a vaccination thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna leave that where it is.
Okay. Well, I know all you guys are, so I respect that as well. So I just don't really, you know, I don't never have no intention to influence anyone one way or another. But when, you know, if I find someone, if I find out someone is on the same page I am, then I discuss it with them. But I don't make it my place to influence anybody's options either way. So. But I'm glad y'all are out there and feel protected, and I'm glad everybody's staying healthy, as healthy as possible. So that's all I want anybody I love to do right now. Do whatever y'all think is right for you. I'm happy with that, as long as everybody's still kicking. Well, what you eating? What you getting? It's been years since I had Chipotle. Hey, are the prices crazy now compared to before?
Yes.
Cause girl,
Chicken bowl. We just a big one.
I gotta go.
Okay. Love you, sis.
I love you. Okay.